Hello students of class 7. I hope you all are fine and safe. Today in this video we are going to start our second chapter of geography, that is atmosphere. Okay, the vast blanket of air which is surrounding the earth is known as atmosphere. Okay, it is the basic definition of atmosphere. So what is the atmosphere? It is the vast blanket of air which is surrounding the earth is known as atmosphere. It is roughly estimated that the upper limit of the atmosphere reaches up to the height of 10,000 from the surface of the earth. So it reaches up to the height of 10,000 kilometers from the surface of the earth. The total weight of the atmosphere is approximately 500 million metric tons. So it is the weight, approximate weight of the atmosphere, 500 million metric ton. The atmosphere is held close to the earth by the force of gravity. About 50% of the total mass of the air is found within 5 kilometers from the earth's surface. The density of air decreases. So the density decreases as one goes to the higher latitude. Okay, so it is hard to breathe as one goes up. The atmosphere protects us from the harmful effect of the sun's rays. So it also protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays. The life on earth depends on the atmosphere for its survival. The atmosphere has oxygen and nitrogen. So these are the main gases present in the atmosphere. Now the composition of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is the mixture of many gases, tiny dust particles, smokes and water vapor. The composition is not fixed, rather it varies from place to place and also from season to season. Now nitrogen and oxygen are the two main gases which account for about 99% of the atmosphere. So nitrogen and oxygen are the main gases which account for about 99% of the atmosphere. Other gases present in the atmosphere include carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon and hydrogen. Nitrogen is the most abundant gas and accounts for about, so it alone carry 78% of the clean dry air. So the composition of nitrogen in the atmosphere is 78%. Okay, plants need nitrogen for their survival. They cannot use it directly and obtain it from the soil. Oxygen is the second most important gas in the atmosphere. Its shares is about 21% of the clean dry air. So the composition of oxygen in the atmosphere is 21%. Okay, it is found only in the lower layers of the atmosphere. All living beings need it for breathing purposes, you know that. Carbon dioxide is needed by the plants for their survival. Human beings and animals release carbon dioxide. This amount is equal to amount consumed by the plants. Okay. However, the balance of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is being disturbed by the increased burning of fossil fuels and coal and petroleum. So the balance is disturbed by the increased burning of fossil fuels like coals and petroleum. The amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere depends upon the temperature. Water vapor is added to the atmosphere by evaporation from the ocean, seas, lakes, rivers and etc. You all know what is evaporation. The atmosphere also has a large amount of fine dust particles, salt particles, pollens from the plant, ash from the volcanic eruptions, smoke from the fires, etc. They found in the lower layers only. Okay, they also scatter the sun radiation during sunrise and sunset. So the dust particles also scattered the sun radiation during sunrise and the sunset. Now the structure of the atmosphere. Nowadays a systematic knowledge about the atmosphere is made available to us by the radars and satellites. The atmosphere has a layered structures. Each layer has different characteristics. The total extent of the atmosphere on the basis of the temperature and atmosphere pressure can be divided into 5 layers. So there are 5 layers. First one is troposphere, second stratosphere, third is mesosphere, fourth is thermosphere, and fifth is exosphere. Let us see about troposphere. This is the most important layer of the atmosphere. It is the lowest and the densest layer. The height of the troposphere varies from about 8 km at the poles and about 18 km near the equator. The air which we can breathe is available only in this layer. In this layer, the temperature of the air decreases with the increase in height. So here the temperature decreases with the increase in height. Almost all type of weather phenomena like rainfall, fog, clouds, hailstorm, etc. occurs only in this layer. The water vapor and the dust particles are found in this layer. The upper limit of the troposphere is known as tropopause. Okay. Now the second is the stratosphere. This layer lies above the tropopause and extends up to a height of about 50 km from the sea level. So it extends up to a height of 50 km from the sea level. The air is generally thin, cold and dry. Strong winds known as the jet stream blow horizontally from west to east in this layer. The lower part is completely free from water vapor and dust particles. Thus, the lower part of the stratosphere is ideal for flying the jet aircraft. So, mainly all the jet aircraft flew in this region only, in the stratosphere. The upper limit of the stratosphere is known as stratopause. So the upper limit of the stratosphere is known as stratopause. Now the third is mesosphere. This layer lies above the stratosphere and extends up to a height of about 90 km from the sea level. So it extends about 90 km. The temperature in this layer decreases with the height and reaches up to minus 110 degrees centigrade near the upper limit. It is the coldest layer in the atmosphere. Meteors burn up in this layer on entering from the space. So it also saves us from the meteors. The upper limit of the mesosphere is known as the mesopause. From the mesopause onward, the temperature increases. Okay. Thermosphere. This layer lies above the mesosphere and extends up to a height of about 400 km from the sea level. In this layer, the temperature increases with the increase in height. The ionosphere is the part of this layer. It has electrically charged particles called the ions. The ions reflect the radio waves back to the Earth's surface. This enables us to have wireless communication. So with the help of this layer, we can have the wireless communication. Now the last is exosphere. This is the uppermost layer of the atmosphere and lies between 400 km to 1500 km above the Earth's surface. The air is very thin as the main gases here are hydrogen and helium. In this layer, the temperature increases with the height and may reach up to 5000 degrees centigrade. This layer merges gradually with the interplanetary space. Now the importance of atmosphere. What are the importance of atmosphere? The atmosphere is extremely important for the growth and development of life on the earth. The atmosphere protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. It controls the extreme of the temperature during the daytime and the night time through the greenhouse effect. It protects us from the meteors coming towards the earth from the outer space. The change in the weather condition is exclusively due to the presence of the atmosphere. The gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide have made life possible on this earth. The ionosphere helps us in wireless and long distance communication. So this is the content of this chapter, students. Now go through this video again, read the chapter thoroughly from the PDF given to you, and after that write the hard words, the exercises and the question answers in your geography copy. Thank you.